Let's talk about how to automate your marketing and create content that builds wealth inside your business, but of course for you personally. So stay tuned. To build wealth, especially through using content, you need to become a world builder. So let's talk about what that means for you and how you could go about doing this. To first kind of paint this picture, let's take into consideration other world builders that are out there. So think someone like Oprah or Stephen King or J.K. Rowling. For the sake of what we want to talk about here, let's talk about J.K. Rowling specifically. She's someone who's super interesting to me. She's the author, I'm sure many people know, are behind the Harry Potter series. And back in the late 90s when she was writing and developing this concept, it really just started on a piece of napkin. She was dirt poor, a single mom. She had really nothing to her name. And so she didn't really have papers or typewriters or computers to write these stories and ideas on paper. But in her mind, she started in a form like spiritually creating this world in her mind that eventually became Harry Potter and the universe and all the content that exists under that umbrella. And in doing so, she first started to write the books, right? They first came out as books, became worldwide bestsellers, and a lot, the rest is history. Quickly, movies started being made, and then theme parks started being built, products, merchandise, future movies, additional stories, video games. It's insane to see the explosion of the popularity. And eventually they started to coin the term the wizarding world of Harry Potter. So they literally use world in this whole world that has been built by J.K. Rowling and of course her fans and audience along the way. So you may be asking yourself, this is all great, like JK's worth millions if not billions of dollars. How does this relate to me and my business? So when you can go about approaching your business and creating a story around what you are looking to invite your customers into, then you can build a world for what they can chase and go after. The people in the Harry Potter world love the fantastical elements. They love dreaming about what it could be like if they're a wizard and can cast spells, or they love the storytelling and the characters. Why not create a similar type magical experience inside of your business? So here's a few ways to consider that. First off, you need to have a vision. Where are you taking your audience members and what kind of story do you want to help them live? This can be documented inside of a book. So you can write a book for your audience. You could create YouTube content that is a series, kind of like a TV show series, that talks about this story and talks about how they can be a character in this story that you're helping them live. You can then create products, physical products, digital products that all contribute to this vision you're helping them build with you. And in doing so, you're able to help your business get more visible because the content is a part of that world building. But then you're also able to get customers more visible because they feel more seen and heard. And that's something that Oprah did incredibly well, especially as she committed to using video inside of her own business and career journey. When she did her Oprah show, she got that on the air a while ago. And in doing that and building that reputation, that influence, she made the show about her audience. And she invited them into a world that was about them. And she built this world around them to make the message all about them. So that's the same question you need to ask yourself is, how can I build a world around my audience so that way the selling becomes easier? Because when people feel like you know them and that you're creating products for them, then they'll easily buy. And that in turn will then build and grow your business. And this world, it's not like you got to go into Minecraft or some other video game virtual world and go and build the virtual version of this world, but you can build this world in a way that it's this community and this sense of belonging, this movement that your customers can be a part of. So as you become a visionary world builder, paint a vision for where you're taking your audience and then build the world for them that they can live in, operate within, get that sense of safety and security, have their basic to eventually self-fulfillment needs met. If you follow the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, you can help them be more seen and heard and make a message that is about them. As you create content that lives within this world and your audience feels a part of it, they feel like a character in this story that's about them, then that content makes you more visible as a guide to their story, but then also makes them more visible as they feel more seen and heard. And this content equals that visibility, and that visibility equals growth. And that growth is only possible when people know you exist. And that's why content is so essential and why our business is called Content Supply. We supply you with content. We supply you with visibility. We supply you with business growth. We supply you with the tools you need to build this world for your audience that they can live in and be a part of and feel like they're being served and understood, so that way you can grow together. So I invite you to consider one thing. How can you build a world for your audience? What does that look like? And start with just one step. Going back to J.K. Rowling, her first step was putting pen to paper and starting to write the story. Maybe it starts in a similar way with you. Go to clarify and write down what your brand story is. We have a brand story framework that you can learn more about in the description down below. And in doing so, you're able to understand how to talk to your customers that does invite them into a story, into this world. And in doing so, they can start to build it with you. And then there's other opportunities for types of content that exist beyond, say, just the written word, like a book. Maybe it's a video, you launch your YouTube channel. Maybe it's a podcast, a blog, a keynote at an event. You name it, the content possibilities are endless when you are first clear on the message that you're sharing. So go off and get clear in your messaging so that way you can build this world for your audience and grow your business. Thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe for more content like this, and we look forward to seeing you on the next video.